everybody, welcome back to my modern homestead. For those of you who are new here, my name is Janet, and behind the camera we have Alyssa, and I know Jake is going to be in and out as we make this video. You guys, I am so excited. Today is Germany. Of course, if you have found yourself on this video, you already know that. But what you don't know is this is one of my very favorite days to cover in Christmas around the world. Now this year is going to be even more different than what I usually do. We're going to keep our traditional things such as the gingerbread house. And you've already seen us doing the St. Nicholas Eve shoes. But this year I am going to attempt Stollen. Stollen is a German pastry Christmas bread. And it's made with candied fruits or dried fruits. So I'm so excited. Alyssa and I made part of it already, and it's been in the freezer. So today we're going to attempt the bread, but I'm also going to attempt Schnitzel. Now, every time I do Germany, it takes me back to high school. I took German in high school for 3 years. I can't say I was a great student and learned a lot, but I do remember some things. But it brings back such sweet memories of my most favorite teacher in high school. One of my two favorite teachers in high school, Herr Groves. He was an incredible person, teacher, loved by all students unless he had his red pen and he was marking your paper to pieces. But regardless, you still loved him even when he did that. So here's to you, Herr Groves, in heaven, because he's no longer with us. And I'm so excited that you've come along. If you stick around, you might even hear a Christmas carol or two in German. So we're going to get all of our ingredients out for our Stollen, and then we'll be right back. As I mentioned, I'm putting in the peel, and this is peel that Alyssa and I made previously. I don't have a video for it, but I will post my blog post for you down in the comments or the description. And I think I need 6 ounces. Okay, guys. The first part of this recipe, before you ever start putting together the ingredients for the dough, is the secret saucy stuff. Now, we have our raisins and we have our citrus fruit, but the next part is to soak the fruit in the rum. Hello, Captain Morgan. Germany, can you please forgive me? I'm so sorry. I'm ignorant when it comes to most things alcohol. This recipe says for a good quality dark rum. I don't know if this is good quality or not. What is good quality? Somebody tell me. Surely somebody out there knows. And this, you guys, alludes back to some of my other videos. Use what you have, because I don't have just a plain rum, but I do have sugar all over my fingers. Sorry. I don't have just a plain rum. I have spiced rum. This bread has spices in it, so it'll be good, right? In it goes. I don't know if it'll be good or not. But anyway, you let this soak, and the fruit is supposed to absorb the rum as you are doing all the bread stuff. So we're going to give it a quick stir and let it go. Alright guys, this recipe said to mix it together before you knead it, so that's what we did. So I'm about to put it into the mixer. I do not have a dough hook. I've never made bread with this mixer for that reason, but guess what we're doing today? I don't know if it's the recipe or the weather, but this dough is extremely wet and sticky. And that was not kneading in the mixer. It was just wrapping and just getting stuck and up against the side of the bowl. And yeah. So I added a little more flour and mixed it with a spoon. See how wet and gloopy it is? I'm probably going to have to add a little more flour. I don't know about this, guys. We'll see. Hey guys, this is so sticky. I cannot handle it. So I'm just going to keep working with it and keep adding flour. And then once I get it to where I can handle it, then I will knead it for 7 minutes, 8 minutes or so. Here we go, guys. It's still a little sticky, but this is so much better. I'll just keep kneading and adding flour as I need it. I don't know if this is going to work, but we did our best. It had to have more flour. It was stickier than sugar cookie dough that was warm. I don't know how to compare it. But we're just going to leave it here and let it rise. Let's pray that it rises. Alrighty, you guys, I have the Stollen over there rising, and Alyssa and Jake are going to work on their gingerbread houses because it's Germany after all. You've got to have the gingerbread houses. So they'll be working on that, and I actually need, where are they? I need to get the potatoes ready and get those going to go ahead and have the potato salad mixed for tonight because it's really good if you can let it sit for a little while. So, y'all enjoy. Oh, you guys. Look what's on the counter. We are about to get the German potato salad going, and in order to do that, you need to fry a ½ pound of bacon until it's good and crispy, and we're going to boil these potatoes. Yes, for this recipe, I leave them whole, and when they are fork tender, I will take them off and let them cool, and the skins will come right off. So, let's go. What happened with those, Alyssa?
Don't worry about it. One year, one of us, I can't remember who it was me or Jake, put these on Santa's cookies, and then I woke up the next morning and the cookies were gone, but these were still on the plate. And I was like, why didn't Santa eat these? And Mama was like, it's because Santa couldn't eat these. They're too hard.
Okay, our bacon is all done and crispy. That's still doing its thing. I'll turn this vent off. Our potatoes are boiling. Those will be done in just a minute. And the gingerbread houses are still being put together. Okay, the potatoes are done and peeled. So now I'm just going to slice them into medallions while they're still warm. Don't get that stuff over there. All right, I just finished slicing up the potatoes so they're still warm. So what I'm going to do at this point, as you see, I'm putting on the salt and pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and pour the vinegar on. And it's good to do this because the warm potatoes will absorb the vinegar better than if you let them get cold. Now, I love this recipe also because Herr Argroves that I talked about earlier, he was so funny. We, as a class, would try to think of any excuse possible to have a party, but one of his requirements was we had to bring a German food. And when we did that, I always brought German potato salad. Now back then, my German potato salad was not as good as this recipe is, but I just love that memory attached to Herr Argroves and German potato salad. So let me get the other ingredients ready. Okay, I've already added the dill, so I'm going to add in the parsley and my chopped bacon. Onions. This is a purple onion, as you can tell. Oh gee, Mom, it's an orange onion. I don't know what it is about YouTube videos. They make you seem stupid. Not you, me. Alright, chicken stock. That looks pretty. It does look pretty. I love this salad all mixed up. Okay, if I can get Miss Alyssa to stop eating icing long enough so I can get this video done. She can't help it. She likes icing. This is just a little bit of vegetable oil. For some reason my recipe says 1 cup. I don't ever remember putting 1 cup. That's a little less than, a little more than 1/4 of a cup. You guys, the idea is to try to keep these things from breaking. That's about impossible. A lot of people make this salad and they just chunk it up instead of doing medallions. But I've always done medallions. So anyway, I'm just going to keep mixing and the salad's done. We'll just let it sit and let all the flavors marry together. And I have, I think I'm going to try to do some English cucumber salad to go with this, and the schnitzel will be back. Alrighty guys, I was beginning to think that my yeast was no good because this dough would not rise. It has been well over an hour. So if you decide to make this, don't panic. It takes it a while. As you can see, it has risen. It's almost up to the plastic wrap on the top. Now, this recipe is slightly vague. It says to punch down this dough and to take my mixture of citrus peel and nuts. I don't have a mixture. I had 2 separate things, so I made it a mixture. Anyway, it says to punch this down and to mix in this mixture. So, here goes nothing, guys. We'll see what happens. Okay, there it is. I don't know how to do this. Maybe we need it? It did not say how to do this. I'm just winging it. Don't you just love experiments in the kitchen, especially when you're recording? And this is my very first time doing this, so I sure don't know what I'm doing. Okay, this was really wet. And the texture was weird, so I just added a little bit of flour to it. It said, the recipe said you could, so I did. We'll just keep mixing for just a minute. Okay, well, we have a big, gooey, sticky ball. I'm going to put it on the counter and try to form it back like a dough before I can work with it. As you see, it's sticking all to my hands. This is surely not how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Help! Okay, I think we have it. so I said to pat it out into about a 1-inch thickness. I sure don't want this to stick, you guys. Okay, so we're just going to try to make this into an oval shape, right? Maybe. I don't know. And said fold this over this way. Oh my, look at all that flour. This is a disaster. Laugh with me, guys, laugh with me. It's okay, right? And then we're going to fold this side over onto this side, right? Okay, so, and then we're going to get this off of your hands and make a little divot, because normally there would be marzipan in this side, but I don't want marzipan, I don't like it. So here we go. I'm sorry, Germany, I am disgracing your splendid Stollen. I am so, so sorry. I intended for it to be much better than that. All right, well, let's move on to this side. Too much flour on that one and not enough on this one. Good. Just, if this works, guys, if this works, it will be our own personal Christmas miracle. So that side, and then we're going to scrape it off of the counter. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Doe. Did you such an injustice. And then we're going to fold this over to that side. Let's get a little bit of this extra flour and do something with all this. All right, let's do our little indentation with our hand. Germany, I'm so sorry. All you lovely people from Germany. This is such a tradition for you. I'm trying my best. Okay, let's reform this little thing. Okay, guys, there we have it. And the recipe did say to pull these raisins that are sticking out off because they will burn. My poor bread, I don't know if it's even gonna do, if it will matter, but we will have tried. That counts, right? Okay, the recipe says to let these sit for 40 to 60 minutes or until they look puffy. I don't know if these will ever look puffy after what I just did to them. We'll see. I hope that's not a crime scene. Now, here you see our English cucumbers. We are ready to start our German, not potato salad, cucumber salad. What I'm going to do with these is peel them, not all the way, just a few strips off of each side, and then I'm going to use the mandolin slicer to make really thin slices, and then I'll show you the rest. Cut off the ends, because a lot of times the ends of cucumbers are bitter and you don't want that. Now see, I left some of the peel on because I like to see the dark green, but from what I've read, you can leave all of it on, but from what I've read, the skin on the English cucumbers is a little tougher. So we're just going to carefully use our mandolin slicer to make thin slices. There's one cucumber, nice and thin. Ready? This is our second cucumber. Guys, this is a 5-minute recipe. 5 minutes and done. We like it like that. Right, that's our dill all chopped up. About a tablespoon. Doesn't have to be exact. That goes in there, and then we're going to put in 1/2 cup of sour cream and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Okay, let's get this done. We are on the home stretch, you guys. Excuse our mess. I'm about to put this in the oven, but let's go ahead and mix this up first. I'm going to put, this is 1/2 of a, what is this, an onion? And I just cut it really thinly. It'll break apart as we mix it up. And then we have 2 tablespoons of vinegar. This is just plain white vinegar. I'm running my words together. I'm in such a hurry. Just plain white. Now we have a teaspoon of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And a half of a cup of sour cream. And that's it, you guys. Quick, simple, easy, except, let me mix this up and I'm going to show you what happened. My Southern woman Tupperware failed me. It tricked me into thinking I had sour cream, and I didn't. Alyssa, why don't you unplug that phone, baby, and walk over to the refrigerator and show them what happened. Can you see? That is not sour cream, guys. I thought it was sour. That Southern woman Tupperware, guys, it'll get you. Gotta be careful. I don't normally do that, but we ran out of Tupperware bowls because of Thanksgiving and whatnot, and it happened. So I had to stop right in the middle and run to the store to get sour cream. Oh my goodness. There is one more reason I want to tell you why we go all out for Germany, or at least I do. I'm not going to tell you our last name, but those of you who know me personally, you know my last name. But my husband's family is from Germany. So my children have a lot of German heritage, and my husband certainly has a lot of German heritage. So I like to make this day special when we do it for Christmas around the world. Now this is almost finished up, and I'm going to pop this Stollen into the oven. Okay, it's time to get these in the oven. Guys, I really am sorry. I tried my best. It says to put them in when they look puffy. I don't know if that looks puffy or not, but it's going in the oven for about 40 minutes. Let's get our schnitzel on. While I was gone in search of sour cream, yes, I had to go to 2 different places because this is where we live. I don't know why it's like that. Everybody's always out of everything. Even before COVID, it was that way. So anyway, salt and pepper. She pounded out our chops. They were already thin, but Alyssa pounded them out even more. So what we're going to do is take the chop, and you're supposed to use plain breadcrumbs, but these are already seasoned. But you know what? I might just go ahead and season the other side of these anyway. Here we go. They're seasoned. Into the flour we go. Into the egg we go. Coat it well. And then, it's not well. Hold on. There we go. Let the excess egg drain off into the breadcrumbs. Don't use your wet hand, they'll get all yucky. There we go.
Used your wet hand.
Not to use your wet hand, and what did I do? Ah. Tired, guys. It's been a long day, but it's all right. We're almost there. Into the flour. I'm just going to do it. I've already done it. It's already yucky. Into the egg. Coat it well. Let it drain. Into the breadcrumbs. And because our oil is not hot, I'm just going to leave this on a little bed of breadcrumbs so I can continue coating these. I'll be right back. All right, let's drop our chops. Look at the bubbles. That's what you want. You want it to bubble up. Can you see the bubbles? Hey, at least one of the recipes worked. No trouble. Look at that beautiful, beautiful sight. Good enough. Fröhliche Weihnachten, O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. I am so happy, you guys. Who cares if the Stollen comes out or not? Look, I made Schnitzel. It was the very first time I've ever tried it. Oh, it smells delicious. And it has the bubbles it's supposed to have, and I'm so excited. We have our German potato salad ready. Our cucumber salad is ready. The Stollen, it actually worked, you guys. It puffed up in the oven. It's got a few more minutes to cook, and then I need to butter it down and put the powdered sugar on it, and we are done. Woo! It took all day long, and I could not have done it without Alyssa helping me. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, anyway, we'll be back in just a minute. Can you see it, Alyssa? You guys, I don't know what this tastes like. Oh, but if you could just smell it. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. Now my recipe says to poke holes all in it because we're going to brush it with butter that's been melted. And the holes will let the butter sink in. Whoa, it's, stabbed a raisin. Is it supposed to feel hollow?
I hope so.
Hope so too. I'm so excited. Sing with me. O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. Du grünst nicht nur zur Sommerzeit, nein, auch im Winter, wenn es schneit. O Tannenbaum, wie grün sind deine Blätter. Goodness gracious, I hope y'all sang with me. That was horrible. That and Silent Night in German are the only two songs I remember from my German class. You know what they say, use it or lose it. I lost it. Okay, let's brush it. And we just brush all over. You don't have to sit around and watch me do this part. We'll be back. All right, let's go, guys. But before I do this, I lost my little hump that it was supposed to have. You can kind of see it here. Can you see that little hump right here?
A little bit, yeah.
You might be able to see it better from this angle. I don't know. I didn't do that part right. I don't know if I did any of it right, but I definitely didn't do that part right. So anyway, the last part is to sprinkle it very generously to where it's just white with powdered sugar. And again, you don't have to hang around and watch me do this. I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. There it is. I had a few little balls of powdered sugar that popped out. Not a problem, it's quite all right. And it is done, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Is it okay, Alyssa?
Mm-hmm.
I have thoroughly enjoyed today. It has been a very long day, but it's okay. Christmas only comes once a year, and Germany only comes one day a year. But anyway, so I hope you have gathered some inspiration from what we've done, and I'll try to link recipes and sites down at the bottom in case you would like to see them. Until we meet again, fröhliche Weihnachten. God bless you. Stille Nacht, heilige Nacht, alles schläft, einsam wacht, nur das traute hochheilige Paar. Hol der Knabe im lockigen Haar, schlaft in himmlischer Ruhe, schlaft in himmlischer Ruhe.